Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Namah Savitre Jagadeka Chakshushe Jagat Prasuti Sthitinasha Hetave Trayimaya Trigunatmadharine Virinchi Narayana Shankaratmane. Om Bhaskaraya Vidmahe Mahadvyutikaraya Dhimahi Tanno Aditya Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvaswaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Hari Om, salutations to the Lord, the entire Guru Parampara. May we soak in our devotion to them so that we allow them to bless us and work through us. Today is Ratha Saptami, the Avirbhava day of Bhagavan Surya, as they say. So we just chanted 2 shlokas and remembered Bhagavan Surya. Just to do some namaskar, Om Shri Suryaya Namaha, enough. और मित्र रवि सूर्यभान ककपूष हिरण्यगर्भ वरिचादित्य सवितर्क भास्करेभ्यो नमः. और आदिदेव नमस्तुभ्यं प्रसाद भास्कर प्रसिद्ध भास्कर. One mantra sometime you can chant. Om Shri Adityaya Namaha. Any of the stotras, good today if chanted. Before we study our Upanishad, like every day, today also, Shakti series, a new thought. And today's one is little important. Then, whatever we were seeing in the past, yesterday also the greatest one, it is like that only related to yesterday. And today's Shakti is the Antharmukha Shakti, the power of being introverted. Power of introverted-ness is today's thought. Okay, now generally for us the world is seen outside, and therefore the problems are also seen outside in the world, and the world is outside, the glitterings also are seen outside. Therefore we are always outwardly in solving the problems which are seen in the world outside, and we are always outwardly in efforts to gain the outer things only. This is how most of us live, but it's the very lowest level of life. When you become little subtler and deeper, 2 things. There's no outer world. That is coming from the inner world only. Second is, inner world is more vaster, more bigger than the outer. Third is what? The inner world is more in our control than the outer. Therefore, mainly in spirituality, actually spirituality starts with this only. Even in the other our worldly activity also, it is always good and better to start becoming introverted. Antharmukha. These 5 things will come to us when we become Antharmukha. Introverted. What is introverted or extroverted difference? Extroverted is through the 5 Jnanendriya, we are seeing the outer world. Through 5 Karmendriya, we are responding to the outer world. Our predominant life is like that. And to perceive as well as to respond, only we use the mind. More than that, our drishti is outside only. More than that, there is nothing inside. This is the extrovertedness. Bahirmukhata, where is Sthula Jnanendriya, Sthula Jagat is perceived, and in that only everything is seen. Introvertedness means what? Ki not Sthula, but the inner world of the Antakarana we are focusing on. This is called Antharmukhata. In fact, the entire life should be, as per Shastra, Antarlaksha Bahir Drushti. They say. Some other time we'll explain this when we take up the series of quotations, series of Subhashitas, series of the jewels from our Shastras, the Gita jewels, the Bhagavata jewels, This is how we will be doing this session of 15 minutes as long as Lord wants. After the Shakti series, maybe after 50 हो जाए तो शक्ति सीरीज हम रोक सकते हैं. Already 50 हो गए होंगे. 31, today is 8, 30, 14. 31 plus 8, 39. Yeah, we start in Jan 1st. So 10 more we'll do. We can enter into other series. So Antar Laksha Bahir Drushti. Every one of us must slowly start to help ourselves genuinely become less extroverted, more introverted. When we are introverted, means focus on our inner bosom, inner personality, inner mind, intellect, subtle body. These are five benefits come to us. First benefit is what? When we become introverted, Antharmukha, we will be able to discover the root cause of problems external. Whatever the problems outside are there, the root cause of them is not outside, it is inside. If it is never found, the inner root cause problem, if you imagine the problem is outside, then we only try to treat outside. It is like symptomatic therapy, it is not curative. Outer any effort is symptomatic only. That is why it is relapsing again and again. Because at the root level we are going. Root is inside. And when you become Antamukha, the first thing happens, first thing to happen is we will find the problems, cause of the problem outside. And what are the causes? First is our own ego. Second is our own strong insistences in the form of I like this, I want it like this only, that I don't like it, I hate it. Now, these are the reasons for all our outer failures or miseries. For all our problem outer, this is the cause. That will be diagnosed. This is the first thing. When we become Antharmukha, it should happen. Antharmukha means that. Taking ourselves as a cause for everything in the world and recognizing how I am cause. Like you don't love me. No, I am the cause. Maybe in the present or the past. In the past, I might have lived a life wherein everybody leaves me and goes away. So, who is the cause? Not you, it is me. Or in the present only, my presentation or my presence may not be liked by all, therefore they leave and go. Clear? This is how spirituality also starts. This is how, even if not spiritually, an individual's evolution also starts. आध्यात्मिकता मतलब अपने आप को जांच परख कर खुद को इंप्रूव करना. For that, first thing is introvertedness. No, not only the problem diagnosis happens when we are antarmukha, with little deeper, with little sincere, with the desire to solve problem rather than justifying problem with ego. If that is there, in fact, the beautiful second thing is the solution also comes from within. I'm not succeeding outside. The problem is inside. You are lazy, you are distracted, you are wasting your time, you are not convinced about your goal, you are not planned well. ये सब अंदर की बातें है ना. These are all the diagnosis problems. Solutions also are from within. Exactly contrary of that. अंतर्मुख व्यक्ति को समस्याएं समाधान दोनों मिल जाते हैं. समस्याओं का मूल कारण भी और जड़ से समस्या निकालने का सॉल्यूशन भी मिल जाता है. Then when the problems end, please, the miseries end. The disappointments will end. The feeling that why I am alive, those type of, that goes away. There will be fulfillment. A problemless life is always joyful life. So an introverted person alone can discover the solutions for the problems, which are again internal. There's no world outside. Third one is what? When we start becoming more and more introverted, all the beautiful, greatest treasures that are there inside, we start recognizing them. We start discovering them. So many. From the recognition of them only, from inside, the fourth benefit of the introvertedness is what? We can conceive. From within, the greater and greater goals, the higher and higher goals, the nobler goals. Hmm? From within, when we discover all the treasures inside, the fourth one is what? The beautiful, wonderful, higher goals that can be conceived from within. Only an introverted person, when he is in that introverted mood of calmness only, the greatest possibilities that are possible for him, both for the worldly achievements and services, so too for spiritual achievements and services, he can get all the ideas. Only a person of antarmukhata. In the spiritual balance, only when you become Antharmukha, he can feel, yeah, I can become a devotee. I can become a student of the Shastras. I can become a Jnani. I can be a yogi. ये सब बहिर्मुख वाले को सोचता ही नहीं है because they are flown away in the world outside. अंतर्मुखी को लक्ष्य. So too, Antarmukhi only looks at everybody and remembers them and says, oh, they have got such name and fame because they love the world, they serve the world, they help the world. Let me also try a little bit. Every great contributor was contributor if he is genuine contributor because he was antarmukhi from within only for him all those inspirations came. Four. And the fifth one is what? Purely spiritual one. Even the knowing of the truth is experienced inside only. All our sadhanas are internal. Adhyatmikata means only it is on you, by you, for the elimination of lower you and for the experience of the higher you, which is inside only. Only the one who can become introverted, he can do mananam. Introverted alone can do nididhyasanam. Introverted only can enter into deep meditations as we discussed yesterday. And he alone can, in the innermost chambers, can experience the truth or the reality. Antharmukha janananda faladaye namo namaha. See that Ashtotra Shatanamali of Lalita Devi. And even in the Sahasranama also, see Antharmukha Samaradhya, Bahirmukha Sudurlabha. You can never worship mother outside. She is inside only. Antharmukha hokar Samaradhana karo. Do the upasana outside, but Antharmukhata se. I am worshipping mother who is in the roop of Atma in me. I am worshipping the mother, not the idol outside. Like the idol, behind every name and form, the Sukshma Rupa, the mother who is supporting all, to her are my pujas. That's called Antarmukhata. Antarmukhi only can become can do Antarmathanam, Antaschintaram, then Antar Sadbhavanas, Antar Nirnayas, all inside. And you are outside what you are inside only. In अंदर मैं क्या हूँ वही बाहर. Antarmukhi Vyakti only can transform his inner personality. Then only his external expression will be so differently beautiful that he starts becoming a very beautiful blossomed flower for the world to get attracted and to help them. So, the diagnosis of problems, Antarmukhata. Solution for problem, Antarmukhata. The hidden treasures of abilities, talents, and possibilities, the result of Antarmukhata. Aiming at higher and greater goals and planning for it and working for that is possible with Antarmukhata. And the deeper spiritual inner sadhanas of japa, tapa, upasana, dhyana, understanding shastras, ये सब बाहर नहीं आते. बाहर का मुख वाले को कुछ समझ में नहीं आता. अंतर्मुख ही है. That's why Kashchidhirah Pratyagatmanamaikshat Avruttachakshu Amrutatvam. The beginning of spirituality is this, and this is the place where from we start blessing ourselves, we start using all the opportunities that are given, we start deserving the blessings from the Lord from within. If this today's thought is, I think, in the last couple of weeks, more crucial than anything. More become introverted. And in general balance, anything happens outside, don't react outside immediately. First become antarmukh. Then assess the situation. Don't color it as problem. Then just to see how to tackle it. And then with the maximum wisdom that is there, tackle. If at all you lack it, consult the expert's opinion. Take and internalize that information, wisdom, knowledge, and then use it outside to work. Then you will see the life goes on smooth. If you are outward extroverted and see the people and situation and find faults with them and blame them, which are not in our control at all, we can not only never solve problems, we keep on adding to them. For anything outer, you turn inside. And inside only give your own time to yourself, use intellect and pause and think, you will know how to respond. Antharmukhata. And one more Antharmukhata, last one is that let every knowledge that is gained, especially in spirituality or the values, अंतर्मुख बनकर अंदर उसका हमारे ऊपर उसका असर देखना. We have to use those knowledges for our inner transformation. Our knowledge, our things are for our change, not to improve the world. We can't improve world. World is by Lord's grace. When I improve, that much I can do, that one person is improved. अंतर्मुख बनकर introverted, not continuously extroverted. And when you come to the level of Mandukya, the Upanishads, they all say that the entire gross world is in subtle world. Entire subtle world is in the cause, and the entire cause is in the causeless self. The more we that way through Antarmukata go deeper, deeper, deeper into layer, we become nearer, nearer to the truth reality, go away from the untruth, unreal, and the binding world. The more we go internal, the more we are nearing the reality, nearing the truth, nearing the substratum, nearing the essence, nearing the real self, nearing the bliss, nearing the anandam. Therefore, today date 8/2/22 8 दो भाई डिसाइड कर लो कि आज से हम अंतर्मुख हो जाएंगे. इवन एनीथिंग हैपेंस एट होम, पहले अंतर्मुख होकर अंतर्मथन करके अंतर विचार से अंतर निर्णय लेकर वो अंदर हृदय से अच्छी तरह से बाहर व्यवहार करना. बाहर लिटिल व्यवहार एंड गो बैक. Only responding to the world, situations, problems or challenges, going inside again. And in that antarmukhata, again, become more and more spiritual and develop that desire. Let me chase it, or let me take it as a challenge to discover what exactly is the truth of me in me. मैं कौन हूँ एक्चुअली, मेरा सत्स्वरूप क्या है, मेरा सही असली रूप या स्वरूप या लक्षण क्या है, उसको एक चैलेंज के रूप में ले लो. दैट्स हाईएस्ट स्पिरिचुअलिटी. No more let me be identified with the jiva and deha and suffer. How can I suffer? I am not that. I am blissful conscious existence. This is called antarmukha parakashta sthiti. So from today onwards, let us pray to the Lord. Bhagavan antarmukha banaiye humko. Please bless us to turn within and discover you within. Discover from within only all the wisdoms, all solutions, and bless us. Thank you. A very good thought, practical, most essential. May we all that way, by being Antarmukha, discover the blissful Bhagavan in his Saguna and Nirguna Rupa. Thank you. Hari Om.